It is 50 minutes past 8 p.m. It means that we are here with Dr. Vanga for the lounge special. Well, if you are tuning in for the first time, Dr. Vanga is a seasoned veteran, is a veteran in the area of time management, and he is an accomplished consultant, author, and businessman. Welcome back, Dr. Vanga.
Thank you.
And it's good to have you here. And today we are going to talk about something that is very, very common, but we can't quite figure out what exactly is the solution. Well, this issue is issue of not having enough time to rest, which is how can we plan our time to boost productivity? So before that, for those of you who want to ask Dr. Vanga any questions regarding time management, you can email us at 812 at radio24.com.my or drop a comment on our Facebook page, Bernama Radio 24, or give us a call at 03 2692 Dr. Vanga will be more than happy to help solve your problem. Now, how important for us to get proper rest, especially when we're busy with our work. Does it, is there any way where we can have enough time to rest at the same time we, boost our productivity?
Yes. Okay. The most important thing in life is health.
Mm-hmm.
No one can deny that. Everything else is secondary. If your health is not good, then everything else makes no meaning, it makes no sense. The first thing is accept that rest is very important in relation to your life.
Mm-hmm.
It is so important that people don't even take time off to think about it. If you don't rest, you will never ever be able to do a task properly and well. Let me try to explain this rest. There are two aspects. One is the physical rest, the other is the mental rest. Physical rest is to go to sleep or rest your body.
Mm-hmm.
But mental rest is so far more important than the physical rest itself, because the mind is constantly working. It never stops. The mind is always, the brain is moving and working all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You must find a way to help that rest. Otherwise, that's the reason why we think of many things at the same time. Rest is primarily very important. Let me give you some example, okay? You remember when you first went to an exam hall to do an examination paper.
Mm-hmm.
They say, well, this paper is for 2 hours. And then you sat on it and then you did the paper. And after you finished the paper, the bell rang and you came out of the hall. And suddenly you remember there are many things that you could have put onto the paper, added onto the paper.
Mm-hmm.
See, what does that mean? That means that when you are stressing yourself to put all your information into the paper and you don't give that brain the rest, you actually miss out information. Maybe very useful information that could have helped you pass a better grade than what you got.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest is important. Even while sitting and doing an exam paper like that, you need to find a way to rest your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like this. The brain will help you perform to the best of your ability if you also treasure the brain and say, okay, now it's time to rest. Go do something else. Come back to me when I'm ready. And this is the kind of development. It doesn't come automatically. It is a skill that you need to develop. And important thing is that people think they can they can start to not to rest for a long period of time. And then lose their ability to perform. And it happens in work, it happens in everything. Give you another example. Suppose you drive a car and you concentrate and drive your car. If you don't stop and do something else, after say 90 minutes, the chances of you meeting an accident is very, very possible.
Mm-hmm.
See, because why? Your brain needs that rest.
Mm-hmm.
You need the rest. And this is something people don't pay attention on.
So how do we know, when will be the time where we need physical rest? I mean, physical rest is easier to figure out
Exactly.
because you will
Mental,
feel
very good.
tired, you will start yawning.
Yes.
But what about mental rest?
Yes,
How do we
absolutely.
know?
Very good. Very good. Very good question. You know what? you must recognize it. See, you are concentrating on something, and suddenly the mind is going somewhere else. It's looking at something else. It's already telling you, I had enough of this. I need you to take a break. But you force it, and then what happened? You get slight headache sometimes. You do that. So it's for you to recognize the moment your mind is going somewhere, thinking of something. You tell your mind, hey, listen, I want to think about this. Come back and then it helps you for a few seconds, and then you're going away again. That is your first indication that, hey, I need to take a break.
So once your brain starts wandering, basically it's telling
Yes.
you to take a rest.
Yes,
And you
correct.
also mentioned, I think it was the second week, that a human brain can only concentrate at a maximum of 20 minutes.
Yes,
and after that
absolutely.
20 minutes, you need to take a break.
Absolutely. Very good. This is something that is a simple thing and we don't see. Like as an example, you go to school, yeah. Why not have one subject for the whole day? They don't. Do you know why? Again, because of this. Okay, not only the teacher, even the student can't absorb. That the brain needs to get away from it. Okay, everything that you do has a time limit. When you put so much of stress on your mind, then your brain begins to shut down, and instead of helping you perform better, in fact, it turns around and does the opposite. Makes you feel depressed, negative thoughts come into your mind, all that happens. Recognize it very quickly. I mean, the person who recognizes, hey, I've had enough of this, now I'm going to switch over, turn over, or do something else. That is the key to finding out whether or not you are stressed out. And people, and if they pay attention, even at their work table, they're working on something, and then after a certain time, you find your mind is going away and wondering about other things, including leaving your body in a way and thinking about family and all that. It's time for you to take a rest. That is the key. Yeah, you can take a rest within what you're doing, by thinking of something else and coming back to it. That's something that you need to work on. I hope that I hope that people will do that. Okay, constantly. I always talk to people, say, I'm losing focus. I'm going all over the place. Yeah, well, sir, I always tell them, listen, that means your brain is telling you, think of something else. Give it a break, okay? It's like this, okay? You take exercise as an example. See, you can't continue to exercise all the time, right? You need a break for the physical part of it to recover. Let me go back to machine as an example, okay? In machine also same thing, they need a rest. There is the part in which they will push to go forward, and a part in which they relax. There are two movements: push and then relax, and then push again. Machines are like that. So if you take a car or anything that is electronically done or machine done, you will find there is a period to work and a period to rest.
So we keep on thinking that, in order for us to boost our productivity, we need to exert ourselves.
No.
But, well, in fact,
Counterproductive.
it's counterproductive.
Yes,
We actually
exactly.
need to rest.
Yes,
And
that's
one of the signs that our brain needs some rest is when
absolutely.
our brain starts wandering. We
Wandering
think
around.
about something
Yes.
else. But does it really stay on rest mode? Because, a lot of people seem to have this perception where the brain doesn't rest at all. Even when we're asleep, the brain is still active.
Yes.
So what exactly is, brain rest, and what are the steps, or what are the things that we need to do in order for us to rest our brain? Like, we know how to have, physical rest.
Yes.
We actually sleep or sit down or
Yes.
drink water. But
Absolutely.
what about brain rest?
You see, Najia, it's like this, okay, Najia. See, actually, you're right in the statement that the brain never rests. That's true. But the brain is a very complex thing, It's highly complex. What happens is like this, okay? It's constantly moving, working, it is doing things. That's true. Until the day you die. And even after we die, some 30 minutes after that only, the whole brain cells will become fluid. Before that period, it'll be working. It works. Okay? That's why you find that people who are revived after a massive heart attack, where blood supply don't go to their brain, even then they become paralyzed completely, but still their brain is active. Now, having said that, yes, the brain is non-stop, but it is very clever. That's why there are two things in a brain. One is the conscious part of the brain and the subconscious part of the brain. What you need to rest is your